Chicago. And we are back again. That's right, in the big windy city, having a fantastic time on a sunny day. It's a little chilly outside. You may have to keep on a sweatshirt and maybe a scrub cap if you don't have no hair on your head. But I tell you, it's an absolutely beautiful day outside. Why am I not on a lakefront right now? Because I'm somewhere else right now in the big windy, okay? But you all will see me there tomorrow doing some great things. And we got some things coming up with Galactic Boy Entertainment tomorrow. So you all stay tuned for that. We've been doing some crazy good things here. And speaking of crazy, the first American Pope was chosen. Yeah, Francis Prevost. Yeah, Prevost of Chicago. You know, they saw that white smoke come out the chimney and everything. People thought that it may not have been who they thought it was gonna be. But the first American Pope just happens to actually be from none other than the Big Windy. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not a Roman Catholic fan, nor am I, you know, all in the cathedrals and everything like that. No, but it's just news. You know what I'm saying? It is NEWS. New Pope elected, okay? Now, according to the reports, Pope Leo the 14th was from Dalton, Illinois. And if you don't know anything about Chicago, meaning that you don't live here, because everybody here knows where Dalton, Illinois is at. Far south side of Chicago. They just named it a little suburb area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So history has been made for all of those Roman Catholic fans out there. And I know that they are glad that they got a new Pope in there, okay? They got so tired of waiting of that black smoke coming out that chimney, I'm just saying. But will this Pope be like the last Pope? Will he open up new things, new rules for the compound? Yeah, it is a compound. The Vatican is nothing but a compound of religious leaders, aka politicians, Jesuits, killers. Yeah, the Jesuits are killers, if you all didn't know. In fact about it, you had one Pope that was a former Jesuit who was running to be part of that Pope thing, okay, to be elected as Pope. But as a Jesuit of the Pope, did you know that you have to kill people? That's stated in your oath. And they have to kill children if it comes down to it, anything and everything to protect the POPE. I'm just saying. So therefore, he could not have been Pope. Or, you know, anything's possible now. Look at Donald Trump. Anything's possible. Look at Donald Trump. But the Jesuit who wanted the office of the Pope didn't get it. Okay? But for those Roman Catholics out there, tip my hat to you that you're happy. And let's hope that this new Pope, Francis Prevost, make a change, not only in the Roman Catholic Church and religion, but in Europe and across the world. Seeing that he's from Chicago means that he is well broadened in travel. You got to be. Maybe those lawsuits to go down from the Roman Catholic Church. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just news, okay? Just news. I'm just bringing you what's out there and a little bit of something that you didn't know, okay? And speaking of Chicago, the young man by the name of Kamari Robinson, who shot and killed another man by the name of Kenneth Sandy, only got sentenced to 4 years in prison. Yeah. Why? Because of self-defense. But they get him for having an unlawful possession of a gun. That's what's sending him to prison, not for the fact that he self-defended himself. Over there on the 1600 block of West Howard. Yeah, right over there in Rogers Park, across the street from Evanston. You know, down the street from where they grabbed and snatched all of that stuff out of the GameStop? Yeah, right down the street. Yeah. But needless to say, Kamari Robinson only gets 4 years. And I'm sure that his family is grateful. I'm sure that he's grateful. And seeing that he already got time accumulated from being on home ankle monitoring, like over 500 days, hell, he only got maybe like 2 years to serve, 2.5 years to serve, and he's back home. Now, I think that's justice. I think that's justice because he was self-defending himself, and even the prosecutors had to say that. And it's a damn shame, like I said, when you have to protect yourself against people that look like you. But it happens sometimes. I mean, like Chinese are really the only ones that kill Chinese or shoot and kill Chinese. Or Japanese are the only one that kills Japanese. You don't see black people killing Japanese. I'm just saying, wherever you're at, wherever you live at, whatever your environment is, more than likely that is the type of person that's going to kill you. Most of the time. I'm just saying. They have a new Senate bill in the state of Illinois. Oh, before I get started here on that subject, I want to thank everybody for being out there in the chat room. Who we got here? I'm sort of the sunblock. Can't even see their name. Got so many sun glares. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I see what's up. I see hi there. I see hello. Said hi. Said hi. Who is that? Sevilla. Bob Locks. I can't pronounce your first name. Elliot and Gulhermain Viana. Hey, I'm from the Big Windy. Sorry about the name. If I mispronounce it, I got sun glare. Doing the best that I can, but I want to thank you for stopping by to see what we had to say, because you could have been somewhere else. You could have been with someone else doing something else, but you decided to stop by. So I tip my hat to you. Sometimes I still get tongue twisted with that, you know what I'm saying? But we want to thank you for being here, because it is you all that makes it happen. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay? Now, Chicago, or shall I say the state of Illinois, has a new bill in the Senate that is called 1563. That is to help homeowners with squatters, okay? Just like you have this one individual by the name of Marcos Velasquez found some squatters in his home, but he couldn't put it out. But what he did, he moved in with them so that they can get out. He invited friends over so they can get out. Now, mind you that these squatters had changed the locks. They came up with a false, fake mortgage statement and how they paid into the mortgage. That's a lot of scamming that's going on too across the country with these squatters coming up with these fake mortgages, payments, or paperwork that's saying that they are in tune with the owner and they're paying on the mortgage while they're gone. FAKE. So this new bill will remove squatters from your home. They're trying to crush down on squatters, and rightfully so they should. Now, if a squatter, according to the reports and the news and the research that I've done, if a squatter stays in your house, an abandoned place, for 20 years, they can be given the title and the deed to that place, and you can do nothing about it, even though it's your property, but you haven't stayed there in 20 years. I'm just saying. Now, they say that squatters are supposed to pay taxes, but how many squatters can afford to pay taxes in the home that they squatting in that's not theirs if they homeless? I'm just saying, right? Crazy. So you all be looking out for those squatters out there. Don't leave your home too long, or you end up like Marcos Velasquez, who had to pay over $4,000. Over $4,000 to get those squatters out of his house legally. Does anyone have $4 grand on hand? How many Americans have $1,000 in their bank account? Let alone talking about over 4. I'm just saying. That's crazy. So if you're going to be gone a little while, 6 months, a year, make sure you place a family member, some children, some neighbors, some friends in your home where you stay, someone that you can trust. Someone that you can trust. Even if you have to rent out your place to a renter for a year or 6 months, whatever you make the contract to be, so that squatters don't end up in your home and you can't get them out. We're not going to do that, are we? We're smarter than that, aren't we? Yeah, you are. So don't do that. Don't be like Marcos Velasquez, or you just may not get your home back from the squatters who ain't put a dime into it. Hell, they even changed the locks on the man doors. Yeah, changed the locks on the man doors and everything. But this is what they do when you're not around. The mice will play when the cat is away. Yeah, I said mice, not a mouse, because they small people. They ain't a mouse, they mice. What they call those? Varmints. I'm just saying. Now, if we continue on this thing like I am right now, we have the case of Rodney Hinton Jr. Did you all see them police in Cincinnati in that courtroom? Rodney Hinton Jr. stared up and down to them police like he was a real man. And he had no problems doing what he did for the sake of his son, to feel some type of relief. And just from my standpoint, some people may not look at it just as Ryan, his son, was murdered and Rodney Hinton Jr. taking some type of revenge for his son's death. Some people may not see it that way, because I've spoken to a lot of people. Some people say that he was right, some people say that he was wrong. But his brother was in the courtroom and an altercation broke out. They had to escort him out, but he was trying to get his brother, meaning Rodney Hinton Jr., to see him in the courtroom, but it was filled with so many police officers. He was turning around looking, and his brother got into it with the deputies that was in the courtroom, trying to intimidate his brother. Could you imagine a whole courtroom full of police, all white police? I'm sorry, there was a few black police in there. I did see one black female in there, but I'm sure there was another one or two that I didn't see, but the majority of them were Caucasian police who always seemed to kill black men. Always seemed to kill black men. Remember Ronald Green? Remember the other police who was a police? And they still shot and killed him. The Caucasian police shot and killed the black police about 2 years ago. The police was running for his life. The black police running from the white police to save his life, and they still killed that man. I'm just saying. And they always seem to have an excuse. They always seem to have a cover-up about killing your child. Sending another mother or another father to the funeral home crying, hoping to get justice, when we know that there won't be no justice. Now they say that his son was armed. He dropped the gun, okay? He dropped the gun, or they say he brandished the gun, or what have you. But he didn't point the gun. The man is trying to flee the scene, meaning Ryan, his 18-year-old son. Hell, they even took down the GoFundMe page for Rodney Hinton Jr. They took down the GoFundMe page for Rodney Hinton Jr. for killing the police officer that did not have anything to do with the case of killing his son. But they leave up the GoFundMe page for the racist Karen who called the little black 5-year-old autistic boy the N-word. And she almost reaches $1 million. Is that fair? Is that fair at all? But according to the report, they're investigating her too, but that ain't gonna go nowhere. That ain't gonna go nowhere. I know it ain't gonna go nowhere, and you know that it ain't gonna go nowhere. Why wasn't her fund suspended? They give this man a no bond. They give this man a no bond. And he still sits there proudly, stands there proudly in the face of the police who murdered his son. They won't even release the name of the deputy that killed his son. What type of transparency is that? Didn't you hear the Cincinnati chief of police say that there's going to be transparency, but they're not releasing the name of the officer who shot and killed his son? Is that transparency? Or is that a bunch of baloney? Y'all know exactly what it is. Y'all know exactly what it is. My baloney has a first name. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't Oscar Mayer. It's called the Cincinnati Police Department. And if y'all down there rolling through I-76, I-75, Dayton and Cincinnati, y'all better watch yourself. I'm just saying. It's not like back in the day with WKRP in Cincinnati. At least, you know, it is what it is. But some people say that he did it for more than that reason. I can't say that. I can't say that, but I can understand why he did it. Do you think he's going to plead insanity? I mean, just think if someone shoots and kills your child, whether if it's a police or not. Would you be insane? Would you lose it for a minute? Would you lose it for a second? Even if it's 2 hours later. Here it is, you raise someone to be 18 years old and his life gets snuffed out by people who don't like him anyway. Now, I'm not lying about that, because most white Americans, and you can go and Google and check it out, 98% of them still don't like black people, even though black people ain't never did nothing to them. We didn't put them into slavery. We didn't rape them. We didn't beat them across the head. We didn't pour Tyre on them and set them on fire and slap two horses going in the opposite direction and tear them apart. We didn't do none of that to white people. They're all on demon time, you ask me. Yeah, I'm talking about the police department. I don't care what city and state you from. You got more bad police than you got good police, and that's just an actual fact. In fact, this is from the mouth of police officers that I know. And I've been telling y'all for years that I know police. I hang with the police sometimes. And we're friends, and some of them family. So, you know, I have the benefit of talking to some police whenever I feel like it. Without going to jail, without being charged with a crime, without being looked at as a suspect. But you know who's the real suspect? Those that are in police uniform. They are the suspect for being murderers. Yeah. So when y'all pull up on black people and black people feeling some type of way, y'all know how they're going to feel, because you all have been practicing this fear instilling in them for centuries. For centuries. But black people fed up right now. Black people are fed up right now. But you knew that when you became a police, you became a police not to serve and protect. No, you didn't. It was because of fear. To instill fear so that you can have some power with a badge. To do to somebody whatever you want to do to them. That's the real purpose of many police. This is from the mouths of police. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me I'm making things up. I talk to the police all the time. I just had one in my video 2 days ago. Did y'all see him? Well, he wouldn't come up in the camera, but y'all heard me talking to the police. Every time they see you stroking, they try to make your ship sink. Every time they see you stroking, they try to make your ship sink some type of way. Y'all better get on code. Like the white people on code, because these white people are on code. That's not no racist term or no racist thought or no racist idea. The racist idea is that they are on code. That means that you need to get on code. You need to get on code. You understand? You need to stop killing us. And I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about black people who look like me. We need to stop killing ourselves. Where there's no unity, there's no power. Where there's no unity, there's no power. Think about it. We spent over $2 trillion in America, but we don't own nothing. Not even a police department. Not even our own community where we pay for the protection of the police in that community. No. We worked, sweated, blooded, died, was murdered to build this country. And we still ain't got nothing. But the true murderers have everything. Yeah, the true murderers have everything. They talk about, God is more powerful than Satan. I don't think so. Because God is asleep right now. Because you're the God. You can change all of this overnight if you would just wake up and eat a bowl of courage. I'm just saying. How many times? Let me change that around. If black fathers and black mothers did the same thing that Rodney Hinton Jr. did, do you think that these killings by the police would stop? Think about that. Just think about that. If black people, I don't care if you're the mother or the father or the cousin or the uncle or the aunt, if black people did what Rodney Hinton Jr. did, do you think that the police across America, meaning the Caucasian police, will stop killing black people the way that they are? Because they know that there is some retaliation coming their way, and it's just not about marching. It's about taking you away from your family as well. They don't care about taking us away from our family, so why should we care about taking them away from their family? Isn't that an eye for an eye, like the Bible says? But this is why the New Testament was wrote, to keep you from killing those who oppress you. Excuse me. Yeah. Some people say that religion was to protect the rich from the poor. But that's true too. The rich from the poor. And who's rich? Can't say all white people right now, because you got black millionaires, you got black billionaires. So you can't say that no more. But I guarantee you, if there was repercussions for white police in killing black men and women, they would stop. You see? If their names were not hidden in the reports, they always talk about transparency, but they be lying. I'm just saying. What do you all think? Do you think that Rodney Hinton Jr. was wrong? Do you think they was wrong for taking down his GoFundMe page? Do you think they're wrong for giving him a no bond? I'm just saying. Just think for a minute. Yeah, just think for a minute. Would that be true? Or would that be not true? Even in the case of Tyre Nichols, he was beat to death by some black police. He was beat to death by some black police. By some black police who looked just like him, because he was sleeping with one of the police wives. But that's not his fault, because his wife gave up the cake. She gave up all the goodies, the snacks, and everything else. That's not that man's fault. If the police should have killed somebody, it should have been that police wife. But they get off because they the cops. They get off because they're the cops. At least they got off with the state charges. The state charges got dismissed. I don't know if there's going to be federal charges filed, but I believe there is, because two of those officers, if I'm not mistaken, have already taken a plea bargain in regards to their federal case. See, this has got to stop. This has got to stop. How can you expect people not to talk about this when they see it happening every day? How can you expect people not to talk about this? They say, "Oh, be quiet, man. Don't say this, man. Don't say that, man." Man, people are tired of this sugar honey iced tea, bro. If that was your child, what would you do? Would you wait to see if you get some money for the death of your child or your loved one? Or would you say, screw the money and just go handle business? Or would you have to handle the business after you get the money or not get the money? And in this case, seeing that the shooting was justified, there would be no wrongful death suit. Now, I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. Where's Benjamin Crump on this case? Where is Benjamin Crump on this case? He's on the case with Tyre Nichols right now. And they talking about police reform. Police reform. Man, why don't y'all stop playing about that stuff, man? You see, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And many people who look like me, we tend to fall for anything because we've been conditioned that way by white America, because we have been brainwashed by our oppressor. Y'all can take that or leave it. That's not even up for debate, okay? That's not even up for debate. But word on the street is, and this is not Mo talking, this is not Mo talking, okay? Let's get that understood. The word on the street is that black people ain't going for this no more. That's the word on the street. For all of you police out there, for all of you police out there, black people are not going for it no more. I'm just saying. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So just because you have a badge don't mean that you can't get it. No, you can most definitely get it, because centuries of buildup of oppression, of black young men and women being shot to death, mistreated by the police, all of this has mounted to a keg of powder, gunpowder. Yeah, it's a power keg right now, man. It's a power keg right now. And don't blame me, blame yourself for the actions that you all have taken. Don't blame me. I'm just giving you the word on the street. So, you know, when y'all get stopped over, pulled over by the police should be scared. Let them be scared for a minute, okay? Let them be scared versus you be scared when they turn those lights on. You have police that are leaving their jobs right now because they're fed up too. The good police are are walking out on their jobs right now. Just like they did in the case of George Floyd in Minnesota. Then people walked out. Even the chief of police, what was his name? I forgot that brother's name. That was chief of police when George Floyd got killed. Even he had to quit, okay? Even he had to quit because he knew that that was some bull sugar honey iced tea. But this is the system, excuse me. This is the system that we're dealing with. It ain't changed. It ain't changed, it just upgraded. It never changed, it just got upgraded. And for all of you black people that's out there that's been conditioned to hate yourself and not do nothing to protect yourself against the police, your day is time to wake up. Have a bowl of courage, okay? They can't kill all of us. How is it that 2 police can come into your hood and clear the whole block of 100 people? Conditioned to be that way. But when you see me, who I may be an op to, y'all blow my brains out. Even if I show up with 5 people, that's the ops. And we got choppers. Y'all still find some choppers to do something to me and the other ops, right? Right now, the police are the ops. They not your friends. They're not gonna protect and serve you. More than likely, they want to kill you. They want to kill you. Just look at the record. I'm not talking nothing that I'm pulling out my backside. Just look at the record. Look at what they do. I'm just saying. And this It's just not for me. This is the record of the police and from the mouths of police that I know. Okay? It's sad, but it's true. And I'm sorry that y'all got put on blast out there, but y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all know y'all wrong. And with this Tyre Nichols police case, I wonder if that's just an overplay for the underplay. You understand? If that is an overplay for the underplay, it would have been sort of ridiculous to convict these police officers, former police officers, of state charges of killing a man when white police kill black men every day in the line of duty and don't get charged. I'm just saying, police reform. Come on, man. Most of your police force are Nazis. They KKK members. They skinheads. Wearing a badge. What's your chances of having some type of justice? None. But you see what happens when you kill one of theirs? A whole courtroom, 80 police officers want to intimidate you. Shouts out to Rodney Hinton Jr. for standing up like a man in the face of the enemy. Yeah, 100. Because some people say that this is going to set the mark for other people to snap, to have some type of repercussions for the death of their family members that got snuffed out by the hand of the so-called police. They're not the police, they're murderers. In a clan like the Ku Klux Klan. I'm just saying. That's 100. You can take that or you can leave that. But y'all know that I'm not lying. And if you do think I'm lying, I will have to question your mental capabilities. I will have to question your mental capabilities and your erroneous or conditioned thinking. I'm just saying. I'm not going to hold y'all long. I got some things to do, you all. I just had to get that out. And like I say, word on the street, black people ain't having it no more. Black people ain't having it no more. You got all of these gang members on the street right now. Gang members on the street right now talking about banding together against the police. I don't think you have more police than you got gang members, okay? This ain't from the mouth of Mo. This is word on the street, even from the police. Y'all better stop playing with me. It's gonna get real ugly out here real fast. Real fast. So the summertime, I'm just telling you, it's gonna get ugly. And if you stand in a black community right now, a black neighborhood, you know, the hood, where all of the bad that they say is going on, where all of the negative is going on right now, if it's 100 of you all outside on that block and y'all let 2 police, Caucasian police, roll up and y'all disperse like roaches, y'all need to stand over there by the gas chamber. Not about Walgreens, but the gas chamber. I'm just saying. Yeah. Leave your comments in the comment section. Leave your comments in the comment section. And by the way, we got more of that stolen legacy coming up for you tomorrow morning, maybe at 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. 6 a.m. in the morning, something like that. We got some work to do, but we got some traveling to do too. So I'm doing this live, and we got that smoke. We got that smoke with Minister Louis Farrakhan will be up tonight. And more of the audiobook will be up tomorrow on MOPOWERZ. And if you haven't went over there and watched it, go over there and watch that audiobook series. Listen to it, rather. Stolen Legacy. And check out those other audiobooks that we got. Black Man of the Nile and His Family. The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca. The Demonology of King James. From Babylon to Timbuktu. As a Man Thinketh. The Fall of America. The Destruction of Black Civilization. And the destruction of black civilization is still taking place today. That's not something past. That's happening right now in your face. And if you are in tune with the material already, you will see that nothing has really changed. And you got to be ready mindset, because they will use you to do something else to somebody that look like you. They will lie on them just to get them to cross you. If the police drop a Crip off in the Blood neighborhood, what else you think they be out here doing? I'm just saying. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Bad police make it bad for good police. And many of you all are rotten as the apple that's in New York City. I'm just saying. And if you are into Chicago old school, hip-hop, R&B, if you're into Crucial Conflict, Twister, Shana, Psychodrama, Drama War, Triple Darkness, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And on your way out the door, make sure you do the same thing. Like, share, and subscribe for all 3 channels. Comedy, also go over to that channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, where you can find the likes of Diane Corder, Dion Cole, Reggie Reg, Quintella, Shari Shari, Daryl Banks, Snoop. Yeah, even he on the mic on some comedy. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. In fact, about it, we will be putting some more material on that channel tonight, so be aware of that as well, okay? But that's my time right now, you all. That's my time right now. Think about what I said. I just want you to think. I'm not here to make you think like Dan Calloway. I just want you to think, okay? Use those 7.5 ounces that you got. And if you don't know what the 7.5 ounces is, that's the weight of your BRAIN for the majority of the people on the planet anyway. Y'all think about that. On your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when I upload videos on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. I thank you all for viewing, and by all means, never give up on your DREAMS. Peace out, you all.